Hi, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Richstart Insider. When stock market crash. Today we're gonna talk about how to know when stock markets will likely drop and my stock market predictions, and I'm gonna tell you my one stock for day trading. So if this is your first time to Richstart Insider, we talk about stock investing, real estate investing, and crypto trading. So if you want to get rich, you can subscribe to our channel and turn on the post notification so that you don't miss any of our videos. Get free stocks and cryptos in audiobooks and description and comment below. So July 20 stock markets, S&P 500 and Dow Jones dropped a little bit. Nasdaq was up, but what's really interesting is Russell. If you look at Russell, it's up 1.51%. 1.51%. That's pretty big. Russell 2000 is stocks for mid cap and small cap. So it's not the very big stock like Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Google. So those are the big caps. So these are for small caps and mid caps. So small caps and mid caps has been devastated pretty much. They've been dropping a lot. Now it's time for them to go back up again. So we can find really great deal in the small cap and mid cap. So there could be some rotation from big cap to the small caps and mid caps. So that's what we are seeing here. And also crude oil is back to $72, above $70. And gold and silver, not much has changed. $1,825. Euro appreciated against USD, and British pound appreciated USD, but USD appreciated against Japanese yen. 10-year bond is right now 1.26. Bitcoin is back up to 40,000, above 40,000, but it hasn't broken out 42,000. 42,000 is the breakout point that I'm really interested in. It's been trying to hit, above 41,000. I try to break 42,000. There is no success so far, but once we see Bitcoin breaking out 42,000, that's when we start to talk about that the next bull run could be in the bag. So crypto, the rest of the cryptos are now below 1,000, so I want to see really above 1,000. London Stock Exchange was a little bit up, Japanese Stock Exchange was down. So almost everywhere is mixed. Some are red, others are green. Google is green, Apple is down, Microsoft down, Amazon. Yeah, so it's pretty mixed stock market. These are the most traded stocks on July 28. Education stock, two Chinese education stocks were up because they've been devastated in the past week because of Chinese government is trying to see how they can regulate the industry, education industry. So they've been dropping a lot. So now they came back again. And Sandire is basically in one of the top five. In5, and AMD is basically chips maker. So they reported really great earnings. So now that we have so much chip shortages, so we could see so strong demand until the end of the next year. So Lisa Su came into this company and turned it wrong. So this stock used to be $5 stock, $2, $5 stock. They almost went bankrupt. But crypto, the great companies, if they have a great CEO, that's how they made into great companies. But if the company is really doing really badly, they need a great CEO. So Lisa Su came in and saved this company, turned it around. So it's really important that every companies has a great CEO. CEO can make things turn around really good. So that's why CEO get paid a lot. CEO get paid a lot, and all the employees, if this company went bankrupt, the employees gonna be the ones who's gonna be really devastated. They're gonna lose their job, and they're not gonna be happy. So yeah. BDPD, I talked about BDPD in the most recent video, and now it's up 35.82% on July 28th. And let's look at the other stock. So Tesla reports more than 1 billion in net income during Q2, up 10 times from a year ago. So Elon Musk, basically they hit the expectation on both top and bottom line, and the company raised 23 million in payment related to Bitcoin because Bitcoin dropped.
And if you look at the earnings were 1.45 compared to 98 cents. 98 cents per share adjusted expected. And revenue is like 11.96 billion versus 11.3 billion expected according to this company. So Tesla blew away their earnings. Look at it, more than 40% up, jump. So if you look at it, so by look at the Tesla stock price, it just dropped. Look at it. It reported on 26. So on the 27, the stock wanted to move up a little bit, but it dropped like crazy. That's pretty crazy. So what's happening? Is that the only company? No. Let's look at the other companies. Microsoft posts big earnings, give optimistic revenue forecast. Remember, they even give optimistic revenue forecast. I'm not talking about pessimistic or negative outlook, or because Elon Musk electric car company, yeah, we can probably understand that it's because of possibly some shortages in the market. But Microsoft even give optimistic revenue forecast, but it's Microsoft 2.17 versus 1.92%, 1.92 per share, 46.15 billion versus 44.24 billion. So Microsoft stock did not move much if you look at the past 5 days, even after earnings report. So they reported earnings on 27 2021 at the end of the day. Yeah, at the end of the day, they went back up again. The next day they went back up, but it just dropped again. So you start to see the trend. The stock wanted to move up at the beginning, and when the market opened, then it dropped during the day. So let's look at Apple. Apple demolishes earnings expectation, but stock falls after iPhone chips supply warning. So iPhone chips supply warning, the iPhone basically Apple stock. So let's look at iPhone sales increase nearly 50% on annual basis. So 50%, that's a lot. So if we are talking about a business that has been really big, that has been around for more than 10 years. So any growth above 10% is really good. Double-digit growth is really good. So Apple, look at Apple. What do they report? They reported, let's see. Okay, let's go. They reported earnings. Yeah, so basically they reported 50% growth everywhere. So Apple stock price, let's look at Apple stock price. Apple stock price dropped after they report earnings. So they reported everything double digit, but still Apple stock dropped a lot. If you look at it, they reported on July 27 at the end of the day. July 27, let's look at July 27. After we reported, the stock drop. Let's look at it. The stock drop. So what could be the reason? S&P 500 has been all-time high, and Dow Jones is now all-time high. 2021 has been really great for stock market, and also the second half of the 2022, and Nasdaq is all-time high as well. So why the stock did not move up? So because 2020 the stock went up really crazy. Tesla, Apple, they went up really crazy. So the expectation is that these companies gonna beat the expectation in the next 5 to 10 years. So that's why if you see the stock went up like crazy, then basically you can be overshooting your expectation. So right now the company's business and underlying business has been able to meet the expectation. So that's why the stock did not move so much. A lot of the institutions, the billionaires, they look at the market. The market has been all-time high with the data variant around. There's so much uncertainty. What's going to happen? Are we going back to the shutdown again? Or all these big money, they are not in a rush to buy Apple. They are not in a rush to buy Microsoft or Tesla, but they've been buying small cap, mid cap, as you already saw. The Russell 2000 went up. So let's look at current S&P 500 P/E ratio. S&P 500 P/E ratio is now 34.33. 34.33. So it's pretty high. The average S&P 500 is a 15.94, 15.94 average. So right now 34.23 is pretty high. There's a minimum, there's a maximum. Maximum 123, that's crazy high in 2009. So if you look at it, it's very very high. This is a dot-com bust. So we are not as high as dot-com bust on 2009 yet, not yet. So but if there is any indications that these companies, the big caps, the blue chips, fund stock, or a lot of the majority business start showing, we got sign. They're gonna miss expectation. They're not gonna beat estimate. That's when we start to see the stock market is going down, going down, going down, going down to match the valuation. Remember, over the long term, valuation matters. Valuation matters. So the main is 15.94. So we are above average. We are above average right now, definitely. But in my opinion, if data variance is gonna be under control, maybe say in fall or in winter, so we're gonna keep reopening again, keep reopening. The business is gonna continue booming. So I believe this week, even with 30 S&P 500, we say it's gonna be fine because we are not even as high as 2000.com. 2000.com, a lot of the internet company, the price went up like crazy, but their underlying business couldn't keep up with their stock price, so that's why it crashed. It took about 15 years to recover to the same level for the S&P 500 for the .com. So that's what I'm worried about. So the stock market can go either way, depending on the data variant, and also this is how we look at if the stock market gonna crash. So that we are very very high. The stock market is pretty very high. Even the bad news, even a small bad news or any bad news can trigger the setup in the stock market. So that's where we are right now. A lot of the big monies are waiting sideline, so they're not in a rush. But there's one stock that I have it for trading. I send out a lot onto my stock club member. So it's TYHT. So it's really important we look at the breakout. I sent out a lot about breakout 5.9. So beta breakout is $6. So once you break out above, the stock is most likely gonna go high. So it's 99% chance for sure. There's also a support level. You need to look at the support level 5.25. Support level is around here. So support level is the level where the stock not gonna go down. So if it's gonna break the spot, it's gonna go down, continue to go down. So when you think about stock to dip by, you really need to look at how long can the stock stay at one level. So if they stay at one level, they could go up. So that's what happened. So I sent out a lot on 10:15 a.m. Eastern time. After 20 minutes later, so it broke out 5.97, and after 9 minutes later, it hit 6.22. So you need to be really quick when you do stock trading. Well, really quick. Do not step out. If you have something to do when you're busy, just don't forget about it. Just close the position. Go. I don't want you to lose money. So congratulations to my Palladium and trading patrons. This stock you can add in the watches if you're more audience. This stock, any stock can run. This stock can run up in future as well. So thank you so much for watching. You can get free stocks and cryptos, and if you have any question, you can ask me in the comment below. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.